of green and love for my brother, our president. I see you, Angela, with your green showing, and everyone else. Thank you all for coming. Welcome to our meeting. So our Toastmasters is a place for improving your public speaking, developing yourself as a leader. And even now in this time of the pandemic, it's a place for you to sharpen your Zoom technical skills. Before we get our meeting started, we are going to do this a little bit differently because we're still waiting on our president, but we are a creative and innovative group that knows how to be adaptable and flexible. So let's get to our rules, just some house rules. We ask that you please mute your device if you're not speaking so that you don't interrupt anyone else. We also ask that you please cut off your camera if you're going to move around so that you're not distracting anyone. We also want you to keep in mind that our meeting is being live streamed to Facebook and YouTube. So we do want you to go back and take a look at yourself, take a look at this meeting and see maybe where you can improve or just celebrate yourself for your excellent communication. At this time, I'm going to introduce our Toastmaster of the evening. And so our Toastmaster of the evening is Miss Tabitha Anderson. I see you, Tabitha, with your beautiful gown on. You guys are still muted, so if you are, we can't hear you. We still can't hear you. No. Yes, I'm gonna go ahead and mute myself.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, great. So greetings, I am the Toastmaster. So greetings, Toastmasters and distinguished guests. Thank you for coming to Wow Surprise Party. Can I get a woo, woo, woo?
Hey, hey.
Can I see you? I'm believing that you guys are waving and cheering right along with me. As you know, we are waiting for Rob. So in the meantime, in between time, I am going to introduce our Alcana and grammarian, which is going to be Miss Natasha Brown. I just want you guys to, have fun tonight, sit back, relax. Great, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, greetings everyone. We have one prepared speech today, Mr. Olio Samuels, and I will be our county grammarian for this evening. I will be checking for our filler words, the the so's, the okays, or anything that can be used instead of just putting a pause. Or I'll also be looking for grammar. So I will begin looking for these things now. In our timer, Ms. Crystal Shaw. Ms. Shauna Jones.
Thank you. I am back as your timer. And so as the timer, I am the official timer of the evening. And so I will be keeping track of all time speeches. And I will be alerting. It's a lot of views going on. So I'm trying to show you my cool background that will allow me to show you all. I don't know where it went. Okay, it's okay. One moment. Okay, so I am the official timer. I'm going to be timing all of the speeches tonight. So during our table topic speech, the speakers will have 2 minutes, and at 1 minute, I will put up a green background similar to Angela. And at 1 minute and 30 seconds, I will put up a yellow background. And at 2 minutes, I'll put up a red background, and that means stop. And that means you reached the 2 minute mark. We also have some time speech. Time speech is from 5 to 7 minutes. So at the 5 minute mark, I'll put up that green background similar to Angela's. And at 6 minutes, it will turn yellow. And at 7 minutes, it will turn red. And at that moment, we encourage the speaker to stop speaking. And I will go over those times with you at the end of the meeting. Now we're going to pass it back to our Toastmaster, Angela.
Toastmasters and Miss Tabitha.
I'm sorry. Look at that. We're going to turn this back over to our Toastmaster, Miss Tabitha Anderson.
Right, guys, I hope you got the rules down and you understand what we are doing here tonight. I got an ETA on the main of the hour. We'll be here in less than 10 minutes. What I did forget to tell you was if you are watching virtually, if you could have a green virtual background, that would be really nice. We're wearing green because it's his favorite color. So we just want to keep it festive if possible. And until then, we are going to move on to our first speech, one and only speech, Mr. Olio Samuels. And his speech will be on, I interrupt the speech, I believe, and I'm waiting for him. So, one second.
Introduction. Yeah. Sorry.
Olio is a nutritionist, biologist, and entrepreneur. Has a passion for helping people discover their powers and own their greatness. Learn how to create their paradigms and create abundant lifestyles for adventure, health, wealth, spirituality, and relationships. The title of the speech is The 4 Doors to Increase Success. Thank you.
Great evening, great evening, great evening. Future Toastmasters, fellow Toastmasters, and distinguished guests. My speech is called The 4 Doors to Success. Ladies and gentlemen, here's one thing I want you to understand. Look at yourself. And when I say look at yourself, just think, reflect, and say to yourself, am I successful? And while you're thinking that you're successful, ask yourself, how do I know? See, one of the biggest things when it comes to success is simply fulfillment and accomplishment. Accomplishment and fulfillment is some of the keys to success. But a lot of people chase success when they should be chasing accomplishment, fulfillment, and creating value. I have 4 doors to success. And these 4 doors to success, this will help you increase the possibility and the probability. See, I read before that it says, all things are possible. But here's the thing about that. What they forget is, although all things may be possible to the person that believes, are they probable? So we're going to show you how to get it. Not only that your possibilities are
I don't
waiting,
think that's
but
true.
now we can.
I don't think that's true. I don't think so.
So you don't think all things are possible to those that believe?
No, not all things.
Okay. So what we'll do is, I'm gonna give you an example.
I don't want to hear an example. I don't want to hear an example. I don't believe it.
Okay, great. Here's the thing, right? And I love that because it's great because sometimes we get to learn from people who have the biggest disagreements with us. Because if we only hung around people that thought like we thought, we have no area to grow. And see, that's why a lot of people, they like to grow by themselves. But when they grow by themselves, you're only committed to your own way of thinking, your own way of learning. But when you grow together, when you grow as a team, see, that's when you get to understand different people's bias, different people's understand their viewpoints and their perspectives. So what I'm going to share to you, I'm going to share something. I'm glad that you disagree, because you should always challenge when you hear something. See, a lot of people, they're not students. When they learn something, they either take whatever someone tells them and they say, you know what, this is good advice. So it's great to one, disagree with things. See, Albert Einstein said something. He said, I usually will disagree with things that I agree with. And I'll tell other people that I disagree. Not because he wants to be combative, but because he wants to learn furthermore about how he can increase his own viewpoint of what his true beliefs are.
Yeah, I believe that. Those are some good belief points you just made. And I like what you're doing. Keep doing it. What you
Thank you, I
agree?
appreciate
Don't
it.
stop. Keep going.
Thank you. So
No,
listen.
keep going.
Oh,
Yeah, more.
okay, guys.
Come on, give me more.
So if you could just And so once I get into the speech
Okay.
and get to the door,
You gonna give us more?
absolutely.
All right, cool.
All right, cool. So listen, the first D, so these are the 4 doors to success. And the first D is desire. This is the first door to success. Desire is one of the keys. Here's what desire means. See, a lot of people don't understand. They don't know where to go. They have no target. They don't know what to aim for. They have no vision. I read a great book and it says, people without vision shall perish. So when you have desire, it means one, you have some type of want. You have something that you want, something that you really have to need.
Hello.
The
Wait a
phone
minute.
was saying-
I'm live. Oh, I'm sorry, y'all.
I'm in the middle of a speech.
I
Listen,
apologize.
I'm sure that's probably an emergency for like a family emergency.
I-
And that would be wonderful, but I wanted to make sure you got something that you probably could share with them. Is that
Oh.
cool?
My bad. I'm sorry.
It's
I
no problem.
apologize.
So listen, desire. And see, that's the thing
Hello?
about desire. So when you have desire, you don't let things change your train of thought. See, desire is one of those things where you focus on what you want to get focused on. So when you have that type of desire, it opens the possibilities to probability, because now you say, you know what, there's goals that I have. And you can use the word desire interchangeably with different words. You can say it's desire, you can say it's goals, you can say it's dreams. These are things that you say that in your lifetime you want to attain. You want to create. And imagination is one of the biggest things that can be a blessing to you and how you can be a blessing to others. Because with that imagination, you start realizing that all things are possible. But the possibility relies on what you'll do. Yes, sir.
What if God doesn't agree with what my desires are? I mean,
That's a great question. So you're saying how to have alignment,
right,
with what you do and what God may want with you. Like if you have a different type of thing that you want to do,
because
you're like,
what I want might not be what God wants.
absolutely. Now I agree, and I'm gonna show you something how you can work with that gift right there. That's a great question. Check this out. See, after the desire, there's another door, all right? And that's called decision. See, after you realize that you want something, that you have a target, that you realize that you're saying, this is where I'm going, then you have to make a decision to say, listen, this is what I want, and I'm gonna go. It's just like motivation. See, decision-making and motivation gets you going, okay? But just like motivation, it's needed every single day. So decision may get you going, but it doesn't keep you growing. See, the next D does. See, that door of decision means you burn off all the other chances. There's no other options. There's no retreat. Alexander the Great, he had something when they went and they were trying to conquer and take care of those ships, they burned their ships. And when they burned their ships, you know what happened? When they burned their ships and they said, listen, we have to win this war because we can't go back. We either conquer this land or we die. Most people don't make a decision like that, where they have nowhere to retreat. They usually stay average their lives because they stay where they always can be comfortable. And where your comfort is, that's where your death is. That's where there's no room to live. Drake said, just because you're alive, just because you're living doesn't mean you're alive. See, the next door to success, this is one of my favorite ones, because this is where people don't like to talk about. This is called discipline. And see, just like what you were talking about, remember, desire, right? This is when you finally say, all right, I have the wants, I have the goals, I know exactly where it is that I want to go, right? Then, after you have the desire, you say, I'm making the decision to get there. Now the decision is, I'm going to do it, unwavering. Now, after you make a decision, this is where the discipline comes. This is the door of discipline. This is when, see, a lot of people don't have decision. This discipline means when the going gets tough, will you quit? When the going gets tough, will you stop going after your dream? Will you stop going after your goal? When the going gets tough, are you going to have that fortitude to say, I'm going to stay in there? I'm going to keep doing this no matter what. That discipline is saying that, look, I want to make sure that every day I grow and I get better. Every single day, whether that means that you have to read a book for 15 minutes every single day. Have one for just thinking. This is when you have this type of discipline, you create what's called a system. Now, a lot of people have an acronym for system. It means save yourself time, energy, and money. But with a system, systems can increase the probability of a thing. All right? Because a system, that's one of the things that people don't realize. The people that fail to plan are the people that are planning to fail. So when you have the system, that's when you can actually understand that now you're having a discipline to create a system, to knowing how to have you know how to create strategies in your life where you can say, this is what I need towards creating my goal. One thing is called the law of intentionality, being intentional about the environment you choose to surround yourself with, and creating a growth environment. Hey, Leo, what's a growth environment? A lot of people don't understand how to have a growth environment. A growth environment is one where you can grow, where you're not the best. See, a lot of people, they like to be a big fish in a small pond. They want to outshine their friends. But see, what I like to tell people is why not be a whale shark in the ocean? So what happens when you have a growth environment, that's when you're surrounded about people that might be ahead of you in different areas. But when it's a mastermind, you know you have integrity. You know who you are, whose you are, and integrity simply can also mean you're literally doing the best you can with all you can. And all you can do is all you can do. Just make sure it's all you can do. I love that quote because that just simply says that when you're going towards something, make sure you're giving it your best. Because the last thing, this where it gets great. This is called determination. See, determination, I like this because this is where it exhibits faith. This is persistence. See, if you had no determination, then anytime something would shake you up, you would quit. Here's the thing about determination. And when people start going through storms and when you're going towards success, you can tell you're on the road to success because the battle is uphill. The journey is uphill. You face things. And the thing about when you start going towards success, you're separating yourself from being average. You're separating yourself from being normal. Here's the thing when you start doing this thing with determination. You start building that foundation for what you want. You start understanding that where you're going and what you become and pursue your purpose is more important than the destination. So when you're going toward that destination, when you're trying to figure out, hey, is this what God wants from me? Ask yourself, who am I becoming? Not where I'm going. See, where you're going is supposed to help you to who you're becoming. Like I listened to one of my mentors, Jim Rohn, he said, set a goal to become a millionaire. It's not because of money. You can give it away. Money's awesome. You want to do something cool. You don't like the money, cool, give it away. But the thing is, the skills, the value that you'll have to learn to create yourself and to create for others in order to become a millionaire. The networks, the partnership, the collaboration that you'll actually have to do to say, okay, now I can actually become a millionaire. See, becoming a millionaire is not about the money, it's the mindset. So if you want to have success, you got to understand that it's mindset that's already in you. That determination, that faith. I read a great book, and this great chapter. All right, it's called read this book, right? 11:6, and it says something about it's impossible to please him without faith. So that means one thing. That faith, that substance of things, people call all different things. When you're persistent, when you have that determination, you're being pleasing to him, to your goal, because you're showing faith. So in conclusion, I'll say this. Success, like Mr. Earl Nightingale likes to say, is a progressive, worldly ideal. It's a progressive realization towards a worldly ideal. Progressive. Progress is more important than being perfect. You don't have to be great, all right? You don't have to be perfect, but you need to make progress. And one of my favorite slogans is, you don't have to be great to get started, but you do have to get started to be great. And your attitude before something is how that thing actually manifests. So whatever it is that you want, take that time right now to just think about it and reflect. Because right now, whatever the society norms are, that central dogma that you may see that society has of being average, you need to be refractory in your thinking towards their thinking. And don't let it be yours. And then once you understand that, for growth, have affinity, faith, equanimity, stern pertinacity, strength, hope, and sagacity. And so all that you want, all that you believe, and all that you strive to achieve shall be yours. Toastmasters, thank you.
Awesome speech from Olio per usual. My favorite part was burning that bridge so you cannot, turn back around and run away. Keep going. That being said, we're gonna move on to our tables topics, and that will be Ms. Roberta. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. I am Roberta. I will be your table topics master for this evening. And since we are in a celebrating Robert, I really changed my whole table topics to really focus on just celebrating the celebration of life, the celebration of people. A lot of times we don't actually, tell people why they're still living, what we like about them, what has influenced our lives based upon their actions, based upon their words. And so tonight, I'm just going to focus those table topics on that this evening. And I need 4 volunteers. Anyone can participate. And the table topics, of course, is 1 to 2 minutes per topic. So any volunteer?
Here, Rob's
Okay.
here. Okay. We're gonna pause.
You want to pause? Okay.
Hey guys, Tasha is going to take a clap. When he comes in, I want to hear him. Yeah.
Okay, you guys should just stand.
Hey, Robert.
Surprise!
Surprise, Robert.
Happy birthday.
It is the GOAT of the hour.
Everyone can come off mute if they want
All
to.
right, let's unpin that.
Surprise!
Happy birthday, Rob.
And Toby, you got a special table topic. They starting with you.
Unpin somebody. Oh, unpin us.
Yeah, you coming right on the spot.
Oh, no, he's good. Oh, no, he's good.
Table topics.
Speaking very whitish kind of night.
They're behind you. So turn your screen, turn your screen around first so he can see the people because he wants to see the Turn around so they can see you though. Here you go. So you can see them right here. There you go.
Go ahead, Robert.
Surprise. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Oh, thank you guys. Happy birthday, Rob.
You earned another circle around the sun.
Alright, so we just finished.
Yeah, we were in the middle of table topic.
Okay, so we wanna come back to you, Roberta. We're going through our table topic of tonight. If you all could grab a cup, a glass, and pour something to drink for yourself. We're gonna do. And we're gonna have a toast table topic. And the method of the toast table topic is we are gonna toast the birthday boy. And you can volunteer if you want to, or you can, give them your kudos privately. So we're gonna do a toast, that's the table topic. And so get your glass, get something to drink, and we'll come back in 2 or 3 minutes to make sure that you guys are well prepared. Type in the chat if you would like to volunteer for the toast. Thanks.
Okay, would you like to yeah, that's it.
Who said they can't toast?
Okay.
I'm back again. Did anyone volunteer for our table topics? Tyrone, are you in? Okay. Olio, thank you, Olio. Ryan, Natasha, does anyone else want to volunteer for table topics? Natasha said that you were going to volunteer. She wanted me to tell you that.
Well, I'm the timer, so that's why I wasn't volunteering. I wanted to toast him at the beginning of the meeting as the sergeant at arms, but I mean.
Nothing in Shafton already.
All right, guys, can we get toast together?
All right, everyone, birthday boy. We are going to begin the table topics, toast table topics. I heard that Tyrone is volunteering. I believe Ryan is volunteering. I'm volunteering. Any other volunteers? Olio? I'm going to check the chat real quick.
It's a lot of feedback.
It's a lot of feedback. So can we mute if you're not muted, please mute. I'm in Tyrone. Angela.
Brian Olds. We have a list. So we're gonna go in the order that I said your name. So the first table topic will be Tyrone Thorpe. Thank you.
Now, what's the question?
I'm sorry, I don't know if you heard me, Tyrone.
Or are we toasting as a table topic?
That's why you have your toast.
Okay, now it makes sense.
Thank you.
To Robert Tyree, a man who is stepping into his true first unknown in leadership, actually his second unknown. He is probably in a state of trying to navigate a tightrope and probably thinking of how to dance on it without falling off. Either way you play, you're doing it well so far. To do what you do as you've done it takes fortitude, strength, absolute gumption, and the ability to be vulnerable. I was where you were, not exactly where you were, but in another position. It definitely says you have to really give up yourself, know when to correct yourself, know when to reflect, and just keep on moving. KIM, keep it moving. I say that to say, keep making those mistakes. You're a teacher, but you're also in a capacity as a student. And Natasha can tell you, Trivia can tell you, and you are already knowing this as such. You make mistakes, you take chances, and as they say on a med school bus, you get messy at times. But I say, keep going where you're going, because you have to make those mistakes to be corrected and reflect. And it aligns back to my speech, or rather it aligns to my soon to be speech. What you create today in time becomes a memory past. A memory that you can look back on and say, hey, I made this mistake, I made this triumph, and I can reflect and correct and go further. So here's to you, Rob. Keep doing what you're doing. Continue, plant seeds, not weeds, and don't just blaze a path. Leave a trail.
Here, here.
Check 1 2 1 2.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold up now.
A second. Guys, how y'all doing, man? It's, first of all, thank y'all for making this friends to be here in person and to be here for your birthday. It's the energy, the vibes, and I couldn't think for a better person to do this for and be. Rob, one of the dopest spirits that I've ever come encounter with. I think that some of the things that we've experienced over our in the community has been challenging at times, enjoyable at times. We've reached high, and hit a valley as well, but we didn't stop fighting. And I don't care what we disagree about. If you don't stop fighting, we get to the other side together. And I think one of the dopest things about a grown man is to have tough conversations when you don't want to. So because of that, you are my birthday and many more, and I can't wait to continue our venture together, Kim.
Salud.
All right, who's next?
Oh, no.
So Robert Tyree. And I started Toastmasters years ago. 2 years, I'm sorry.
2018.
Okay, 2019. Time going, everybody.
18.
2018.
Speakers explosion.
He knows. He says it's 18. It's 18. Okay. You told me a lot of times, oh, you have to keep speaking. You pushed me a lot of times. You gotta compete. You gotta keep speaking. I need you to talk. That's great leadership, my brother. Even those times I didn't want to do it, and you know, a lot of times I would be prepared. And you said, even if you're not prepared, you still gotta do it. So I say that to say this. I look for qualities in people before I say they're a leader. One of those qualities are, one, a person that can make decisions. Two, a person that knows how to make friends with other people. And three, a person that is procrastinating. If you ask Napoleon Hill and Andrew Carnegie, they say the three most causes of failure are when people, one, inability to get along with people, two, unable to make decisions, and three, procrastinate. You still my brother, I've been able to do all three of those things. So I only know that not only are you blessed, but you are a blessing. So keep doing what you're doing. And remember, a faulty foundation is only revealed during times of pressure. So you can never know if there's leaks until it rains. And when you have that determination, and the 4 Ps that I talked about earlier, and that's when you will truly see what you're truly capable of. And let this year be the year that your highest accomplishments, your highest achievements, be your new bottom line. Toast to you, my brother.
All right. To me to give Rob my toast. Rob is one of my dearest friends, one of my newest friends, but the character, such good character that it wasn't hard for me to make that determination myself. When I joined Toastmasters, some of you know, I would never speak. I was so scared of the table topics and them being impromptu and not knowing what to say. But I knew that Rob was a teacher. So I said, I'm going to ask him to coach me. And he did just that. He became my coach. Then he became my son's basketball coach. Then he became my friend. And I'm just saying, I'm so proud of you. I know you're heading to great heights. You've done so much already. You definitely have the leadership skills. You take this very serious. Rob takes this role very serious. And he should be acknowledged for that, which is why we threw this party for you. You are an awesome human being, and you should know that, and we love you. So happy birthday, Rob. My Kanye guy, he loves Kanye. Me too. Right, cheers.
Ain't Olds up? Ain't Olds supposed to be up on deck?
I'm ready.
The Olds. Ron Olds. Get him up there. Yes.
All right. Can y'all hear me?
Yes, we can.
Okay. Well, good evening, fellow Toastmasters, future Toastmasters, and especially the birthday boy, Mr. President, Rob Tyree. Listen, some people fear getting older and some people celebrate it. And here's the deal. There's a philosopher named George Burns. He said, you can't help getting older, but you do, he said, you can't help getting older, but you don't have to get old, is what he said. And now my last name is Old, so I kind of consider myself a subject matter expert on the topic. And so, Robert, if you're sitting, reflecting on your birthday, and as you go around this next trip around the sun, as Tyrone mentioned, I would just encourage you to keep 3 commitments in mind, because I believe if you do these 3 commitments, you will never have to worry about feeling old. The first commitment is your commitment to be original. And that is you, man. Everybody that knows you, man, knows that you bring your own style, your own flavor, your own swagger. And watching you go through this leadership journey at MSU Toastmasters is so incredible because you're not a carbon copy of anybody. You are original. The second commitment I would encourage you to make is to say L for learning. You are a teacher, man. But one thing we know about all teachers is that the best students ultimately become the best teachers, man. And you're constantly learning, you're constantly asking questions, and you're constantly pushing yourself to be a better version of yourself. And then the last commitment, you guessed it, is D, being deliberate. A lot of people waste their life trying to float around from topic and career and different things, not really getting a clear direction on what they're trying to do. And that is not you, man. You're very focused. And I appreciate the leadership that you're bringing to the table. And so, man, while we can't control getting older, one thing we can commit to is OLD, being original, learning, and having a commitment to being deliberate, brother. And so while some people may feel getting old, if you keep a commitment to those three things, man, I feel like you may get old, but you absolutely will continue to get better. And so, fellow Toastmasters, please raise your glass and toast to our president, Mr. Robert Tyree. Congratulations on getting old.
Sorry.
That was fire.
Is there someone else who was in here? I'd like to come to the screen. I think so. All right. Wow. Happy birthday. Listen, y'all. Many of you know that if it was not for our president, I would not be here. Here as in Morgan State University Toastmasters. He brought me here, and he was actually the table topics master that night. I asked him, I said, I'm not gonna have to talk, right? I could just like, sit in the background. He said, no, you wouldn't say anything. So I sat in the background, and they were like, table topics master, please come to the stand. And he gets up from next to me and walks over there. And when volunteers came, my hand raised on its own. And the song that I was given, it was like "Ready or Not, Here I Come." And that was me stepping into it, stepping into being a speaker, stepping into being confident by my voice. And you had to see something in me to invite me into this club. So I thank you. And that is not the first time you have called something out of me. So when they talk about the leadership skills, I think that's one great thing about a leader, to be able to look at people and speak into their future, and to also give them the tools to prepare them to do so. So I am just going to end my thing right there. I don't know if the timer gave me the green or yellow, but happy birthday. So cheers. Like my green skirt. So this is the green skirt I was talking about. Anyway, happy birthday, Rob. It is a pleasure knowing you when I came to Toastmasters in 2019. You were one of the first individuals that greeted me warmly, that made me want to come back and experience this great thing that we call MSU Toastmasters. The other thing that I appreciate that when I took on this role as Vice President of Public Relations, you have really given me a lot of leeway, a lot of confidence to do what I've been doing, and I really appreciate the support. I appreciate you just saying, oh, yes, girl, do it. Whatever you want to do, you have great ideas. So thank you for giving me that leeway and stepping into this role. A lot of times when you have people in positions of leadership, they like to micromanage everything, and you don't do that. So you give me a lot of wiggle room, a lot of arm length to just, do what I want to do and be creative in that way. So I appreciate that. And I definitely enjoy this journey. I definitely enjoy being on this journey of leadership with you. I know that you have some amazing and great things coming up, and I can't wait to see it. And just let your light shine and don't let anybody down.
Oh my goodness, I'm gonna cry. No, you don't understand. I feel like it's a long journey, y'all. I'm super thankful people will just come to say happy birthday because in my household we don't really celebrate birthdays like other people. So it's kind of like you guys didn't stay on for as long as you did. And that definitely means a lot, especially in positions. Sometimes you feel like you're not doing enough, or you can do more. And just to hear people just saying like you're doing a great job. What? Angela, you can help on.
That's what you started, man.
Angela, you want to close?
Of course I want to, but I want you to finish your statement.
Finish your thought.
Man, it's like I never knew, like, that's the impact. I just know we just, hey, how you doing? Doing an amazing job, and make phone calls and just enjoy each other. I appreciate it so on and you guys touch me in my life and continue riding a little harder. So thank you guys. I appreciate you so much. Oh.
Good evening, Toastmaster, future Toastmasters, distinguished guests and friends. This is such an honor, a pleasure. First of all, my birthday too is this month, so we celebrating. I'm with you. Yes, I'm the 17th, so I wanted to say happy birthday to you. Yeah, we can celebrate together. But this is such an honor. Many of you know I joined last year during the pandemic. It was an invitation from Miss Natasha. And I'm so glad I said yes to the invitation. So with this toast to you, Mr. Robert, I'm going to use the acronym TOAST, right? So for the T, you're such a team player, a team leader. And I'm so grateful to see, again, your growth. When I came in, you was in one position, but you actually did a whole lot of roles. And so just for you being a president to get to that level, I'm so grateful that I can see it. I've been a witness to it personally. You called me up when I had my first speech. You made me feel so calm and you told me I got it, and you were so supportive. So I really want to say thank you for that. You have an open heart. And I want to commend you for that, because as a man, sometimes the ego can get in the way or other things. So I want to thank you for your open heart. You're just your open-mindedness, and you're outgoing. So all of the O's, I want to say thank you. Continue with that as you continue in your way to the top in your personal life, in your spiritual life, in your business. Even in Toastmasters, continue to have that trait. The A, you're admirable. I mean, you're just so calm and collective, but you're so humble. And I admire that trait that you have. That it's just so sweet, and not that you're sweet in the sense of, that character, but as a person that has softness and you're well-spoken. But I really appreciate that. The S is your smile. Wonderful. You always got a smile on your face. Exactly. And so I'm a smiley girl. So I can resonate with always having a smile on your face, because it changes people's demeanor. It changes people's day. It changes sometimes people's outlook on life. So keep that smile going. And the last T in toast is for that you're teachable. That is so important as you continue to go further in life. Stay teachable. Learn all you can and share what you know. Each one teach one. And that's what you're showing us, giving us that example of being teachable. So put your glasses up. I want to toast to you, Mr. Robert. Again, happy birthday. We appreciate what you're doing, and you just continue to Mr. Robert. Thank you.
Hello, Robert. It's this Sarisa. Happy blessed birthday to you. You are an amazing guy. And I have a name for you. Quiet Storm. And this is why I say so. When I first saw you, when you first joined MSU Toastmasters, I saw how quiet you were. You were an observer, much like myself. You just like to take in everything and then jump in. Then I saw you volunteer as a sergeant of arms. I was like, okay, he's stepping up a little bit. Okay, he's getting a little comfortable. And you did that twice, right? 2 years. And then I was like, wait a minute. He was vice president of education. I'm like, okay, he's really, really blowing through now. Then I said, well, president, I was like, okay, you just storming your way right on through these leadership roles. And I just really admire you. I appreciate you for just setting the example for everybody and just showing everybody that anybody can do this. Anybody can do these roles. And not only that, it has helped you in your personal life. I follow you. I see what you're doing in the community. And I'm like, that's what's up. So I am just so proud of you, Robert. I am not surprised that all of this has been thrown for you. You are so worthy of it. And it's always great to appreciate others while they are alive, while they are breathing, while they can just appreciate the love from everybody. So just keep doing what you're doing, keep growing, keep sharing, and just enjoy being you, Robert. Cheers to you and cheers to the Quiet Storm. Happy blessed birthday.
All right.
I'll go. Was that the last one?
Last but not least, Miss
Oh.
Redbottom.
Well, Miss Redbottoms, let me go before you, and then you can end it.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Yes, that's fine.
All right, so I'm not going to time myself. All right, so greetings to everyone online, especially you. It's something. Can y'all see me? Yes. All right, Rob, I see you now. All right, so greetings to everyone online, and especially you, Rob. I want to give you a birthday shout out and remind you of just how much soul you have. You have a lot of soul. Being around you makes me feel that warm, kindred spirit. You've always been very welcoming to myself, to my daughter, and a great cheerleader. You have a way of making people feel okay with being vulnerable in their authentic selves because you accept and receive others for who they are. And that's a really admirable quality to have and continue to foster. I love you like a brother, like a coach. You have an amazing sense of humor. I always get your jokes, even when I'm joking you or the joke's on you. Yeah, so I love it. I love you. I want you to have a great year. I want you to continue to be limitless and strive for the highest heights and all that your heart desires. A toast to you. I want to definitely let you know I'm going to party hard for you tonight. Give you a little, yes, afro, yes, all of that. I'm going to take videos and send it to you as well. So, all right, I'm done. Go ahead, Miss Eva. You can take the floor. Cheers.
All right, cheers. My mother said, if you can't say anything nice about somebody, don't say anything at all. But this man right here is a gentleman. When I first met you and you joined Toastmasters, the first thing you did helped me put all the supplies away every week. The second thing you did as a gentleman, stayed with me when I was in competition and I came home with first place. I never forget the small things. We never should forget the small things. I watched you grow. I'm continuing to love up on you, to see you bloom and blossom in what God has planted in your life. Happy birthday. Continue to be blessed and know that Miss Redbottom loves you. I got your Cash App.
Oh,
All right.
all right. So that was the last toast. Okay. So I know we may have some feedback, but if everyone can come off mute or just sing along with us on the count of three. Happy birthday. 1, 2, you ready, guys? 3.
Happy birthday to
Okay, let's talk
you.
about which one we're going to do.
Birthday to you.
Which one do? Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday.
Bum, bum.
Birthday to you.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday.
Ah,
Bum,
happy birthday.
Birthday. Get it, boy.
Birthday.
Get it, boy. Get it.
Happy birthday.
Thinking.
Thinking.
Bring it down.
Thinking.
Happy birthday. Happy
Thinking. Donations, everybody.
You blow out this candle over here.
Happy birthday,
Blow out
Mr.
that
President.
candle
You
over
wanna
there.
let them see the cake? Can you see the cake? Happy
Yes.
birthday. This is happy birthday, Mr. President.
Nice.
Where we at?
Oh, that's nice.
Nice. Ganache cake too.
Yeah, you don't miss this good stuff.
Be careful.
Chocolate milk.
Pull up,
Right.
Right, so-
Enjoy.
Okay, so before we transition, it's definitely time we're gonna get into the evaluation portion of the evening because we did have a speech. We had an amazing prepared speech. Olio Samuels spoke. So we have Angela Hammond who did his evaluation. So we're gonna go ahead and move birthday guy out the way so that Olio can get his evaluation. I'm sorry. Crystal and Angela. All
Oh.
right.
Say what?
So,
Anybody with- Angela, you ready?
yes, I am.
She's ready to go.
Looks like y'all doing dual duty and evaluation.
All right.
No.
So I just want to say before we get to the evaluation that, did you want to say it or want me to say it? So it was intentional about the interruptions. That was a part of his, okay, you know, all right.
So Rob, you said.
Where we have it. This is our first event. Listen, y'all gonna be like, back then I remember y'all was so.
Well, again, good evening, Toastmaster, future Toastmasters and guests, Mr. Olio. Again, it was a pleasure. It's always a pleasure to be in the place to be able to hear what you have to offer. I'm always excited and already ready to have my pen taking notes. So again, thank you again for saying yes. Your title of your speech was The 4 Doors, the 4 Ds to Success. Awesome title, so relevant to where we are in any parts of or any season of our lives. We can take that information and be able to apply it. So thank you for that. As far as clarity, I'm gonna just go through the evaluation topics. Clarity, it was excellent. You actually got the audience at the beginning. You asked us a question, am I successful? And what does successful look like? So thank you for that. The other thing was, I know that what the ladies and the gentlemen were doing of the interruptions. So when it came to having the audience participation, how did you address that? You addressed that with your transition, the interruptions, the audience interruptions, they had disagreements. You used that as transition to one of your bullet points. What was phenomenal, you used the interruptions as transitions to the next point. You used stories to tell us about what your topic, your point was all about. quotes and also stories. So I commend you for that. You didn't have the audience when you looked at them, you gave them eye contact, you looked at them, you weren't combative or you weren't confrontational. You were actually accepting and excited that they did have a question or they did have something to contribute to the conversation. So you did really well on that. So I just want to commend you that many times, sometimes interruptions can make us go off track with our topic or with our speech, but that didn't hinder you. Your comfort level, what you did was you seemed as if you lived what you were teaching or what you were speaking about. So it looked like you came from a place of knowing what you were speaking about because you lived it. You made it believable. So the determination, the decision-making, the discipline, and the desire, I saw that coming off the screen. So thank you for the delivery. Even though it was in a different environment, we still got the same confidence, the same great content, and the same engagement and energy level from you. So thank you. Only thing I would say to do a little bit different, and I know you usually do this, but there was no recap of the 4 points. So I would just say, just always try to do that as your last statement going out. You gave us some good quotes. You motivated us to take the next level, to take action, but just give us those 4 points again, just recap. That's my time. And I said, again, thank you. Keep speaking with the energy that you have. Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Back to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you. Thank you.
Sorry.
Okay, Miss York, next one.
Yeah, I don't think it's. We're not gonna do personal evaluation on the Zoom. We can just do it here. Okay. All right. Thank you all. Listen, the first time of everything is always, what it is. But I think it's truly amazing. We got the hybrid set up. We have you all on we're looking at this little screen. Turn around. We have you all, we get the gallery. You don't have to turn it. Make it gallery. Make it gallery. Let's see that. We'll take me off the pen. Yeah, so it's so awesome to be able to see everyone, and this just gives me a vision of what it will look like when we are all together in person again very soon. We'll still be able to have a Zoom one and popping. So if you're not feeling well, if you decide to be in Cali, like our sister over there, you'll still be able to dial in and join us. Oh, I really wish you all were here. There's still time. 222 South Broadway. I don't know why I was wrong. They know where I live. I'm here. But we're gonna go ahead and end the meeting. We have the roles for next meeting because we actually overbooked roles intentionally because we could not tell him why we didn't need all of those roles. So I sent an email to those of you all who had roles this evening that were not able to do roles tonight. Thank you so much for your flexibility. And hope to see you in person at our next in-person event. We're going bowling. We are going bowling. Yes, we are. I hope you're ready. Battle of the sexes. I hope you're ready.
Pin or duck?
So that we can really have a battle. All right, y'all. Anybody else got something else?
Is it 10 pin or duck?
Oh.
He was singing,
He was singing?
He sung the deep voice for happy birthday.
Oh my goodness, you gave us that baritone. Happy birthday. I love this mic more.
And so somebody tells me that I might be able to bowl.
Oh.
Is it 10 pin or duck?
We're not going to no duck then.
Thank you.
And that's all really needed in your lives. I prefer that you do not. Hey, what were you saying? I don't know. Do you have last words?
Thank you all for coming. Good night.
All right, our Toastmasters said thank you all for coming. Good night. All right,
Celebrate
so-
wisely, folks. Celebrate wisely.
You know the birthday boy will be celebrating.
Blessings, blessings. Thank you. Congratulations, Robert.
You made it another year. Dance well. Good night. Sleep tight. And pleasant dreams to you. It's a hope and a wish that every dream comes